Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have the European Historical Rules event. We haven't seen this in a while, so it should be exciting. And better yet, it's on Conquest. So our first map here is Rocky Slopes. You just saw an overview of that beautiful map. And then our second map today is the Log Cabin. So it should be exciting to see these on the South Mountain campaign map. And then with that being said, our teams for today on the CSA, we have 2nd Corps, Lee's French Legion, 18th Arkansas, 20th Georgia, 13th Georgia, JD, Shenandoah Regulars, and the Hoods Division, whereas on the Union side, we have ANV, 2nd U.S., 15th Wisconsin, 1st United States Sharpshooters, 6th Alabama, 4th Pennsylvania, and 4th New Jersey. And with that out of the way, we have our Patreon supporters here. Thank you all for that support. If you want to support, go in the link in the description below. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy this event. Here we are live on the battlefield, glorious HRE. We haven't seen one of these events in a long time, but glad to be back. So, as you know, they start at 40 minutes. There's a 5-minute pre-round to let the officers review their plan, figure out the strategy again, and the glorious Conquest map, Rocky Slopes. I love this type of map. The normal map, Cold Quits Defense, I love that map as well. It's just a big, huge map that you don't normally see in War Rights. I mean, this map is absolutely huge. So 30 seconds till we get started. We can quickly review everyone who's here. We have JB and Schumacher. They have their glorious music. We have 13th Georgia to the right, and then 18th Arkansas to the right. Behind, we see 2nd Corps here. We see SR, Shenandoah Regulars, HD, more. We have JD, 20th GA, and Lee's French Legion. A whole bunch. 40 minutes time has begun. We still have some time, though, so let's go check the Union teams quickly. Looking at these regiments, we have 2nd U.S. there. ANV, 15th Wisconsin, 9th Corps, 1st U.S. Sharpshooters, 6th Alabama. There are a couple more back. We see 4th New Jersey and 4th PA. Quickly looking at our numbers here. We have 131 v 122, so an 8-man difference. Not a whole lot here for the bigger server size. And then in terms of your team, you have as Guardian Eagle announcing here, and then we have Kayder as a frontline reporter for the CSA. And speaking of which, I think he should probably be on the other side of the screen if he's on that side. So yes, so he's on the top left side of your screen. So very exciting. Haven't seen Conquest in a while, especially in an EU setting. Very exciting to see. So we can see both teams, for the most part, are gunning it for this B point here in the center. Confederates have a nice artillery position. In terms of that, we have the LFL. They are the ones in charge of that cannon. So we have Jenkins Brigade and 2nd U.S. engaging close on these rocks here. They are the first ones to arrive. U.S. is going to have an advantage, though, trying to cap. And you can see the rest of their team has started to move down this hill. Very cinematic here as the whole Union team is moving down this hill to the B point. Quickly looking at the Confederate side, though. They've kind of gathered up on this fence here. They're also volleying from a distance. They don't want to engage the CSA too aggressively. They want their artillery to rain loose here, and you can see that's exactly what they're doing. They have aimed their guns right on the point of contention to prevent capping, and Union's going to move in here to try to stop this. 6 Alabama looks like they're going to be the ones to move up here to stop their artillery. There's a lot of artillerymen here for the CSA. We saw CSA outnumbering Union, and that really shows there. Union has some artillery in the distance, not a whole lot here. But as of now, Union is capping this middle point, and it looks like they're going to be able to do so pretty quickly. In terms of other points, you see C's in the distance on the far right side, A's on the far left side. Both teams have not moved out at all to try to get those. They're just fighting over this B point. Maybe that's what's happening here with this event. So, you have A and V shifting over the left side with 6 AL to take shots at the Confederate artillery. I wonder if they're just fighting over the B point. That could be it. I screwed up the event time when this started, so I sprung up on this. So, that might be the case that they're just fighting over B, which honestly is fair.
It is, yeah.
All right, thank you, Kayder.
It's kept A or C.
There we go. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It'll make combat a lot more exciting instead of mostly just running around that we see in the normal conquest game mode. So LFL trying to defend their artillery the best, but unfortunately for them, A and V is just going straight through.
Hey, no, you little piece of shit. Oh my god. Oh, fuck.
Trying to return his shot there. Was able to do that. In the center here, you see 14th LA, HD. You see some JDO, a couple guys, but they're in here. They pretty much won over the point. We can see Schumacher here, Tagre, and Greves. They are decapping that center point. A lot of the CSA, 13th Georgia, has moved up on the far left side here. You can see B has now been neutralized. They're going to take this nice rock position that should be very beautiful artillery shot by the Union there. That should be very helpful. In terms of Union, you have 15th Wisconsin here. They're up on top of the hill taking shots with 9th New York, 1st USS behind, and 6 AL to their left. So Confederates have done a pretty good job pushing the Union off this whole area. The really only force I see up here is 4th New Jersey and some A and B guys. They have pushed out the CSA artillery. But for now, it looks like CSA has control over the map. We'll see if this Union group, you do have a couple Union guys moving up. It looks like mostly they're reforming though. Lucian here is charging in. CSA still has not capped this point here, which isn't a terrible strategy. I don't know. Both sides still engaging across the map. Kind of just shots happening. Nothing really too specific. We do see CSA moving on the left side. James here with the 13th. They want to get aggressive. Moving to stop them, though. We do have the 4th Pennsylvania. They are falling back because there is a decently sized CSA force moving up there, and they want to return to their friendly. So Confederates have recapped the B point. So for now, they have control. We do see some CSA forces. Are this the artillerymen respawning? It is the CSA artillerymen. They are just respawning here. They are going to try to help their friendlies, but I mean, they're being shot at by a lot of Union guys here.
Canister, give me a canister.
Heck of a view here from the CSA artillery. You can see that officer is aiming that gun. So that could be a huge ticket drain. You just saw that officer get deleted, but that could be a huge ticket drain for the CSA if USA has good shots. We see a multitude of Union forces surrounding this flagpole. They can't decap unless he's in skirmishing. He's barely in skirmishing with those 3 guys. But Union slowly getting more men down to the center. You can see more of them moving this way. 15th Wisconsin. I see some 9th Corps tags. Pushing in to the B point. It looks like Union's going to be able to decap this point, which is kind of huge for them. Start decapping. I don't know if they'll be able to raise it. They do have a flag there, but again, they're being shot at from numerous angles from the CSA. We have more Union pouring into the center here. 6 AL. B has been decapped. So let's look at the CSA on the right side here, engaging with the Union on the artillery. It's LFL. Looks like they're just volleying up towards the Union. Union using these caissons pretty effectively here. But even though we've seen the Union control a majority of the flags, the CSA has taken a ticket lead. They've kind of taken over control of this battlefield. And you can see 20th Georgia charging in here, getting a volley very close on the Union. What is happening to this guy's head? He was kind of shaking there for a minute. But that should be stopped momentarily. On top of that, we see 13th Georgia moving in. And 13th Georgia is going to just sweep the Union out of here. Union's almost at engage. So even though Union started to cap this middle point, it has gone to the favor of the Confederacy. Really, the only position the Union's been able to control this whole game is the Confederate artillery. And that's mostly due to A and B and 4th New Jersey. See, 9th Corps, they're taking some of their guys that are over here off point.
Off New Jersey.
So, this is kind of surprising here. I mean, Union has the high ground. They're taking shots. I mean, they do have nice angles. And the Confederates are in the open, so right now would be a perfect opportunity to deal some damage, but a lot of the Union is dead and respawning. So, 2nd U.S. kind of pushing forward a little here. They're going to take shots at the Union on point. Or not Union, Confederates. Guys, they're betraying teams as we speak. 4th New Jersey has shifted further left of the caissons, probably to secure their flank, because we do see a couple Confederates moving off to the far right. 18th Arkansas, they're doing a little trolling, as they say, and the Confederates have recapped the B point. Union's got to respond at some point. These rocks here have been absolutely huge for the CSA. You can see their whole team is just hunkered down behind these rocks here. And the only reason why they have a fair shot of holding this point, you do see some CSA falling back here. Or repositioning, not falling back per se. 13th, they're just falling back to the snake fence. Get some more cover. Spread their guys out a little more so they can get more shots. So we're 10 minutes into this battle. And not too surprised, both sides almost down to that next stage of engage. We do see 18th Arkansas in the distance, kind of taking shots at the 4th New Jersey, who were in those rocks. But on the other side in rocks, we do have 15th Wisconsin. So both sides really loving these rocks here. 15th Wisconsin does have some nice shots on the CSA position right now. See Lucian here. And with that being said, the Union have gone down to engaged here.
Lucian, apparently you're not with the Union.
That was a good shot there by that private, though. He got the flag. Heck of a job by him. You can see more CSA falling off that position because they're getting lit up. Union artillery, that's another big thing too, is if Union artillery hit a shot like they did earlier in the game, that could be very deadly to the Confederate morale and ticket stage. 6th Alabama joining the 2nd U.S. off to the right. They're a little more exposed though. However, they're taking shots. Behind them up on the road, we have 4th PA and 1st USS pushing down this left side. So it's really only a matter of time before the Union, push. There's not a whole lot in the center, but the Confederates do have a lot of backup on that left side. Going all the way to the A point to flank around is Jenkins' brigade. Schumacher, they got their guys there. They're moving off that way, trying to flank, possibly distract the Union, like we saw the 18th Arkansas do. But they're no more. They have gone bye-bye. And here we go. 2nd U.S. That is the big thing about these historical rules event, is that they don't have a Steam chat of the sorts. So regiments have to communicate in-game with their other regiments, or they got to do something and their friendlies have to respond accordingly. So it's kind of tight here. They could somehow fit in this little crevice here. As of now, Confederates barely held, but they won't be able to hold any longer after 15th Wisconsin wipes them on the point. That's the thing with falling back from that position, is that now the Union had an opportunity to charge in, and Confederates are going to have to be forced to charge up this hill. Let's see. JB, way out there, they're gathering a couple more men, but looks like Union's going to take back the point, and Confederates will either, they're either just going to have to keep up with the flag or deal a crap ton of damage to the Union. We'll probably see Confederates go down momentarily once the Union caps. I won't be surprised if it happens anytime soon. That is so close. And there it is. Look at that. So the Confederate artillery is still spawning in. They are trying to push the gun back. Fortunately, that failed. It'd be funny if they loaded the gun, shot them, and the recoil of the gun pushed it down the hill. Nice shot by somebody. Over on this far right side, pushing very deep into the Confederate heartland, we have the 6th Alabama.
Oh no, that
There's
was just one guy.
just no one near that small.
Press it out into the line.
They are going to get some nice flanking shots here on the Confederate position. Confederates, are they responding? They're shifting further right. I don't know if it's to avoid them or to get better shots on the Union artillery here.
That's the point of life.
However,
Time is death if you don't hold that point.
that is big.
About 10 men. If that.
They can't really see
Okay, let's go second court.
the 6th Alabama from here.
Down the fence.
We're the left flag now.
We do see Corded here. What a guy. More Union coming from spawn down to the point of contention. This is really just contention unless there was but there's only one flagpole on the map. Contention and conquest, so very similar. We do have 2nd Corps, 6 LA. They're pushing up to this Union position. They're going to take a volley here. That was more like an independent volley. You see some 14th LA guys assisting in, and now these Confederates are going to charge the Union position. I see an HD officer, probably just artillery. You see more Confederates on the left side on those rocks. Our officer is on the caisson. More Union pouring in, however. Confederates did not have enough manpower. A and V is going to be able to hold this. Not terribly surprised. Are they going to get the flag away? It looks like they will. LFL is sitting on these rocks here taking shots. If LFL charged in, there's possibility of the Confederates being able to win, but even then, the 15th Wisconsin moved in to assist. Confederates, on the other hand, 18th Arkansas pushing up to these rocks near their artillery. They have clean shots here. All these shots should be hitting. And you can see a couple Union dropping because of those nice shots. You see a couple Union guys, they are charging in. This poor private. What is he doing? He got out of line for his team. Is that Confederate artillery or is that Union? Oh, they fired a gun. Look at that. Confederate artillery is now operational, and I don't know if the Union's falling back because of that, but 15th and ANV falling back with the guys that they have left. And now Confederates are starting to move up to the center rock here. 20th Georgia leading this assault on the rocks. 15th Wisconsin was going to the rocks, but now they're pulling up the hill, forming a skirmishing line. Looks like they're going to take some shots. So 20th Georgia on the rocks here. They're going to have some nice shots here. But pushing on the far right side of this map. We do have 13th Georgia, so we saw 6 Alabama be aggressive, and I think that's this group that is pushing up here. Yep, 6 Alabama. They're going to push up, and they're going to wipe 20th Georgia. So, a heck of a job by 6 Alabama's part, coming out of nowhere. On the other hand, 13th Georgia is going through the corner to the Union. Holy crap. What an artillery shot by the Confederates there. That'll definitely distract A&V, as 13th Georgia is now going to come up and get some beautiful shots. Beautiful job by 13th Georgia here. With that surprise attack, will they prevail though? I don't think so. There's a lot of Union. there's a lot of Union. I mean, 13th Georgia is still sizable, though. Nothing happening really on the point. Union still having firm control of this. But you can hear the officer saying, don't vault over, because it takes so long to do so. I mean, you can see some of these guys hopping over. It just takes ages. 4th New Jersey now in. They're going to push in. Will they wipe the west of the 13th, though? We shall see.
See how many stabs it takes you to realize to jump over.
What the heck was that sound? Confederates almost down to taking losses. Union has caught back up. They've had the flag for a hot minute, so Confederates missing a huge opportunity to try to take this game back. They still have plenty of time, though. Not like there isn't. But dang. One big thing, though, for the Confederates is they do have this artillery back, which this artillery, if used properly, can be devastating to the Union. That is on point. We do have more Confederates moving up here. It looks like 2nd Corps. A couple of the Union falling off those middle rocks, going off to the tinier rocks, taking shots. You do see HD here as well, so it looks like both groups are here taking shots. And now they're charging in. I don't think this will be very successful just because there's so many Union guys here. And you can hear the Confederates have dropped to taking losses. And yeah, so Confederates not really standing much of a chance there. They're just outnumbered, overwhelmed. You do see a couple of Confederate Rambos here. They're lucky I'm at a distance or else they'd be doxxed. That'd be a real shame if I don't know. But yeah, I mean, these Rambos are not helping the Confederates, especially when they're down a flag, when Union has secure positions. Honestly, it looks like JD, or sorry, not JD. The Jenkins Brigade is screwing with A and V here. It looks like they're gonna not be successful, unfortunate for them. More Union shifting down to the point of contention. 6 Alabama. It looks like they're going to try to flank around again. More Union shifting down left to deal with the Confederates on the rocks, making sure they can't get flanked again. But we see 13th Georgia. They're now moving in position here. They're going to have nice shots on the 6th Alabama. What a volley. They shredded the middle of that line. The only thing, though, right, is that they hit the middle of that line beautifully. If these guys had spread out their shots, they could have much more effectively hit the line. Like, these guys on the left, they shoot on the left. These guys on the right shoot on the right. And the guys in the middle shoot in the middle. But that can be very hard to do. So, we do have 6th Wisconsin, 15th Wisconsin holding strong. You still see more Confederate Rambos going in, which is not helping their team whatsoever. You do have Union Rambos. They're going out to the Confederate artillery right now. But, geez, I wonder how the Confederates are going to take this back. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, we're getting to a point. Confederates are down 2/5 of a morale stage. But Union going down to taking losses.
Got him.
But yeah, I mean, Confederates are going to have to charge up at some point with their whole team. I mean, a lot of the Union is decently far away. And speaking of that, here they come. Union not even going to try to waste the tickets. Confederates are just going to charge up to this flagpole. And they're going to get a lot of nice, juicy kills. What is happening with this man? There we go. They fixed that. So, the Union, kind of not responding. I mean, Union's still holding back. Maybe Union's thinking they're up a lot of tickets. But still, this is what the Confederates needed at this point in the game. I mean, they're half a morale stage down, which is big. More Confederates moving up to the center rock position. You can see LFL. I think this is still LFL. LFL falling back. off of these rocks and taking them almost instantly is A&V.
On the line, guys.
And you can see A&V starting to take shots, moving into their right. 4th New Jersey. 4th New Jersey's not stopping, though. They're going. You can see fighting, engaging over near the point. A lot of Confederates on that flag, trying to defend for the man who is raising that flag.
What's the plan, Lieutenant?
And 4th New Jersey's holding. They could charge these guys out, get some nice juicy kills. I mean, that's the thing with artillery. Looks like they're just going to hold, though, and take shots. Confederates will take that middle point, though, which is huge for them. Confederate artillery putting in the work. But, wow. Heck of a match. I mean, Confederates are still within the probability of winning this game. I think we're going to see this game go down to 0 seconds left. Unless things start getting spicy. And spicy they might get. We'll see. Will A&V charge? A&V is pushing over to the middle. On top of that, we have more Union on the other side of the map. 15th Wisconsin, they are charging in. Are they going to stop? This one man, yep, they're going to start the decap. A&V coming in the distance, though. You can see 4th New Jersey on the, I think that was 4th New Jersey, crap. One of the 4ths is on the artillery there, guarding the flank for these Union guys as they come in and take shots at the Confederates.
Light them up. They don't have shots, boys. Shoot them up. Shoot them up.
Yeah, they're getting very close taking shots. Unfortunately, though, Confederates, most of them are being protected by these rocks. I'm surprised those Union guys aren't charging in. But there's a lot more Union charging in from the top here. Is there more charging in over on the left side? No, we have Confederates, though. They've come in to reinforce. B has been neutralized by the Union. Union slowly capping. A&V is now charging in here on the rocks. More Confederates still shooting in the distance. Union's trying to cap. You can see those flag bearers, but they're just getting shot up. A&V is decisively winning this charge. So A&V is going to try to reform. Wow. So that point is going to stay decapped for a while. Oh, never mind. Who capped it? Disco Matty. What a G. So Union has retaken the point. Race Confederates are going to hit breaking. I mean, who is this regiment? 13th Georgia. If they get wiped here, CSA will very easily go down to breaking. And Union's going to have a secure lead on this map. And we can just see this awesome angle here. The glorious beauty of War of Rights, even on the lowest of settings. Absolutely crazy. So what is the CSA going to do to respond? It is very tight for that. I mean, CSA, they only got one more stage until they go down the last stand. That means they cannot respawn anymore once they hit last stand. And 13th Georgia is going to fall off the point and wait for their friendlies to return from spawn. I mean, you can just see how many of them are inching over this way. Confederates should hit breaking. There they go. They did indeed hit breaking. So Union still has a sizable lead. They're slowly increasing this lead. We have Ediso here. He wants to save his men's flag. Stones doesn't want that to happen. And yeah, that kind of happens. So a heck of a job by the Union. Union does kind of have the advantage, though, with being on the high ground. But another thing, too, numbers have slightly gone more into the favor of the Confederacy here. But one thing, how many men do the Confederates have on artillery still? They have 11 compared to the Union 5. So 6-man difference there. So we're pretty dang even infantry-wise. It makes sense. Union's coming from the top of the hill. That's what you might expect. Not saying it'll determine the outcome, but heck of a fight so far. Confederates still have a chance here. There's still 12 minutes. That's plenty of time to retake that point. Let's look at see where the Union is going in the meantime. You have A and V. They're holding on these rocks here. They got a nice, sexy line there. To their right, holding up some rocks. You have the 1st U.S. sharpshooters. To their right, 2nd U.S. Union's kind of forming a semicircle here. You have 15th Wisconsin to the right, and then moving to the right is 6th Alabama.
I see him. Hold fire now. Hold fire. Hold fire. Hold fire.
So A and V waiting for the Confederates to push forward here. Absolutely
let's head
crazy.
out.
There's so many men just sitting here waiting for the Confederates. And that is why you don't go on the rock. In terms of the Confederate positioning, though, we have 20th Georgia here. They're the closest group to the point. A and V is moving out to take shots at 20th. 20th returning fire to the left of 20th Georgia by a decent distance. We see 2nd Corps. I see JD tags and Shenandoah regulars. We do have Jenkins Brigade on the far left with the 13th engaging with 6th Alabama, 15th Wisconsin coming off those rocks to the right to move in and kind of squish this poor 13th Georgia group. And 13th Georgia is pulling back for this very reason. I mean, they're getting swarmed. Looks like Jenkins Brigade did win up there. How are they doing? Yeah, they won pretty. Where are these guys going? They're chasing down these poor artillery folk.
Give up. We will. Give up. Give up.
What?
Give up.
Behind you.
Oh, hi.
Give up. Give up.
I surrender.
Okay, we accept you.
I don't.
Don't yet.
Wait, I surrendered. Why'd you kill me?
There's no sound in this game.
There's some charging happening here by the A point. 2nd Corps charging 6th AL and 15th Wisconsin now, and it looks like they're going to do that successfully. 6th AL. Actually, both of these flags are getting away. So CSA is able to preserve the dub on this left side. I mean, but Union is still so far ahead. I mean, Confederates are less than halfway down in terms of tickets. The 13th Georgia, they're shifting down the far left side. I mean, they're so far away from the point. Union's more concentrated around the point, which gives them the advantage. We do see 2nd U.S. and the remainders of the 15th Wisconsin taking shots at the CSA. The closest Union group to the 13th Georgia we see up on the right side is the 4th PA, and now 4th PA is going to take some shots at the 13th Georgia, trying to move down the road. On the top of the road, who's also taking shots, you see the 1st U.S. sharpshooters. 13th Georgia veering off the road because they're getting pincered hard. And it looks like 13th is going to take shots at the 4th PA, who's in the woods. They missed every single one of those. But those, it's not like those are easy shots. A&V and 15th falling back. Union group holding on the point is none other than A&V, and you have Puffin, glorious Puffin here. Did he die?
Hey,
Yeah,
I think FuseWall is waiting in transfer portal.
Yeah, we're gonna get him in for the 2nd round. So yeah, both sides kind of stable here. Actually, you can bring him in right now. I'll start streaming here. FuseWall, how are you doing?
Oh God. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I heard a blip in the Discord, and now I'm asked a question. I'm not sure how to respond. I'm a little bit nervous. No, I'm okay. How's it going, Az?
We're doing good. We're in the middle of the 1st round. The round's almost done. So if you'd like to announce the end of this with me, it's very tight here on Conquest.
Oh my God, it is very tight. CSA is now going into the Union line. Unfortunately, they're all dropping like flies, rolling down the hill. Another Union line is coming in to support. Goodness God.
Yeah.
Oh, this is contention, right? It is.
No, this is Conquest. They're just fighting over the V point in the middle here. A and C do not matter.
Classic.
So,
oh my gosh.
CSA is about to hit last stand. Union's almost at breaking.
Yeah, You know, I mean, given it doesn't take me more than 2 minutes to see that this is going to be quite decisive for Union right here.
Yeah, there we go. They hit last
You
down.
know, doesn't mean CSA can't give them one hell of a fight. Another Union line is going to charge in there. They have one up in reserves on top of the hill. The CSA is now charging uphill. I think, who is that? LT?
Lee's French Legion leading the way.
Les Français ici. Okay. Here we go.
So, A and V, a couple of those tags. It's a mix of tags. 4th New Jersey here as well, trying to hold the point from LFL, who's also joining. 2nd Corps and JD.
Is that Liege Français Legion?
See,
LFL?
I don't know what yes is in French.
Oh my gosh.
Union hit breaking. I mean, if Confederates could just hold this point for, I don't know, like 5-ish minutes and then force a draw.
You know what? I think they just might be able to. If they pull off those reserves off the hill, even the artillery guys can pound them. Well, unless they get charged out. Oh no, there's some guys up there.
Yeah, this is
Well, if they
Union
pull down some
artillery.
reserves, maybe, you know, they can. They have a chance if they. Yeah, 5 minutes. You know, it's a stretch.
Yeah, they got to knock on the last stand. CSA can't win the game. They can just hope for a draw.
Yeah.
50 Wisconsin kind of in the middle here.
Even then, it doesn't matter if you get the Union flag up. You have to keep the CSA flag up and getting down at least. Any skirmishers can bring down the flag, neutralize the point, and I think that's where it will draw if it does indeed go down to the wire. But we'll just have to see. Union is now coming back in, going downhill at the double quick while skirmishers are holding off the line. That's going to blow up right in their faces.
There really is.
Okay. That fuse time is, well, okay.
Oh, come on.
Wow. Wow. That didn't kill a single guy.
That didn't kill anybody.
Oh my god,
That
what?
was so long.
Maybe just like a little bit shorter and it would have gotten so many.
Maybe a
so
little
delayed.
shorter.
Wow, what was that? Like 8 seconds?
Holy crap.
Dear God, like 10 seconds a minute? Good lord. And it's just scattered all over the place. Skirmishers are still on the rocks over there. CSA kind of fell back to that snake fence and they're going to give up this point.
13th Georgia getting some flanking shots here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, CSA still have the point.
Yeah, they do. I think, not sure why actually. Do they know like the guy who was taking it down got shot or?
Probably. They said behind us. Oh, there might be a couple of Union guys coming this way.
Yeah, just a little bit. A couple of them are in a nice, neat, orderly line. A couple of them are just going in.
15th Wisconsin here.
Oh yeah, Lucien leading the way into the rear of the 13th Georgia. Oh my God. It's going to be a massacre for that CSA line. 13th Georgia goes down admirably. Down with the ship. As Union now coming in full force down the hill. Union on top of that hill. Seems like one group is charging in, one is holding back. The Légion Français Legion is going in. The LFL.
They're gonna win this game.
I think that's the wrong nationality of Bonsider. They're saying the French Legion is. Oh! Very nice.
Yeah, the LFL artillery is popping off.
Oh my gosh, they sieged control of a Union cannon. And now they're using it against them. Oh my god. Unless that's Union artillery.
That's
on the
Confederate
left there.
artillery
No, that's...
spawn to the left.
Oh,
Up on the hill,
wow.
that was Union artillery. It's weird.
Interesting.
So Confederates doing this last ditch effort.
Yeah, not so much less of a last stand than it is a last charge. But they're holding out. The officer gets stabbed by 4 Union guys at once.
None left for us. The music, please. The music.
So where is the last CSN? Is it just the artillery?
I think it is just the artillery. It is little. Oh, well, you got a couple guys up there. 4 guys to hold off the entire army.
Yeah,
See if they
guys.
get this cannon loaded.
Oh, Lamat, he wants it.
Hey!
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ah, he doesn't make it.
C'est bon, il n'y a plus de Rambo.
Seriously?
Il a pris un coup de manchon.
Ouais, mais même, normalement, c'est
Well, that's
question de fair play, quoi. Bah, après, si
I
ça
can't.
passe, ça passe.
I can't understand them too well. You know, I do speak a little bit of French, but it's Quebec, so it's Quebec French, and my accent is a little bit different, kind of hard to understand. But look at these Q-tip guys.
What is this? What is that moonwalk? Oh, he did a 180. Aw. All right, we got the last couple Confederates right here. Who do we have here? It is Schumacher and the Russians. Jenkins Brigade.
Oh, these are the Russians now, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Wow, that's good. Oh, come on. Not even the second or third, fourth shot coming from the Union, but the first shot hits the officer. Dang. USA secures the
Fight the
field
round.
there.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, Kayder, did you want to say any thoughts on the round being CSA? FuseWall, you got any thoughts for the few moments you saw?
Man, I think from what I could tell in those few minutes, I think fuse times are definitely a big thing we need to work on for CSA. Oh, that would have been so close. Nothing much really. Yeah, it looked like a good round. Kind of close, I guess.
Wow, a lot of casualties. Crazy. And with that being said, we'll see you
Oh
in the
my
second
God.
round. Here we are live on the second battlefield. More conquest, more greatness. Why are these people spawning artillery? Look where the Union artillery is. This map is so bad for them.
Maybe they have the ranges down. I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to.
I mean,
you get those. What are they? I think there's like new missiles where they like shoot up in the air and then go straight down. I don't know if those exist. I forgot what they're called. If that is a thing, but
mortars.
I mean, you could call it that. Oh, I forgot the name. Anyways, Union
Something
moving
like
through the
that.
corn. True Nebraskans themselves.
Yeah, they're moving through the corn to indeed get out of the corn. CSA is just going for that stone wall immediately. They're actually going to take it. However, Union also has their own little defensive position right there.
So,
Shots have been.
there goes
Okay,
the
now they noticed them.
So, some of the Union going this way. On the other hand, most of the Union just trying to flank around. Confederates moving in to stop, but Union gets this corner first.
Shots are being exchanged wildly left and right.
Ah,
There's a CSA line in the woods holding him in reserve. There's a guy going up with his rifle butt trying to stab him.
Jeez Louise, it's so hard to tell
CSA
this one.
goes into the corn actually to try and flank. More Union reserves are actually pulling in. This is going to be a bloody fight for sure. God, this is exciting.
Yeah, Union's going to win on this right side. They kind of overwhelmed the Confederates, though. They do have the stone wall. They do have a group on the far right here. It is the 2nd Corps. They're holding really far away. They need to get a group on this side here, or else Union's just going to be able to flank them on the point. Holding on the point is 13th Georgia. Poor Kayder's trying to raise this flag, but he dies.
CSA has to realize this is a stalling maneuver by the Union on that stone wall to get the guys from the fence over here. More CSA reserves are being pulled on that left flank to the south, trying to get flanking shots, but LFL, the French Legion, isn't going to get very good shots with this other company in the way. They're hopping over.
Ah, they are. I like it. They're going to try to sweep the Union out of this right side. Have the Union, yes, they have. They started moving in on this right side.
Oh yeah, at this point it's going to be a push and pull match over this stone wall. Union is actually going to possibly lose their flag here, which is not going to be good. But so is CSA on that point. They're going to try to reclaim it.
A lot of CSA.
Oh wow.
There's still a lot of Union in that corner. They're starting to move down this way.
And some CSAs charging in, some French boys are charging in. However, more Union boys are indeed coming into that stone wall on the right side. A lot of them are reloading though.
Jeez Louise, so much close fighting here over this stone wall.
Oh crap. This is definitely going to be one hell of a fight. No Union has gone over the stone wall just yet, but CSA is most likely sent to every depth to Jesus over here.
So I like this. They're going up and over at the side, not directly in front of the CSA, and now they're going to charge in.
Yeah, I think Union is actually going to claim victory here. I mean, the numbers are just too overwhelming, and they will take this point. I think the ticket losses should be nearing engaged here soon. That's about 100 CSA dead, around 100 for the Union.
And Union
CSA
prevail.
gets pushed out, yeah.
So Confederate's almost halfway down to engaged. Union's about 1/4 of the way down. Who's shooting over here? We do have some Union moving this way. It is 6AL with 1st USS and 4th CA. Shooting at them is the 20th Georgia, and the Union has capped the B point.
All right, now let's get more. Yeah, let's break it up a little bit here, boys.
So heck of a way to start the round.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this is just, there's so much action, there's so much to talk about. It's just constant charging in, constant going in, and no hesitation from the Union side, and also no hesitation from the CSA side to claim territory here. HD will be going in on the southern flank of the Union over here on the stone wall. We'll see what they do without any reinforcements.
For sure. I really liked what the Union did, though. They didn't charge straight at the stone wall, because that's really hard to take over. They pushed through the corner, came around the side, and then flanked this way. That was just a good overall push by the Union that allowed them to secure this position.
Oh yeah, you have about 50 Union guys holding that center position on that stone wall. HD now getting flanking fire from the southern flank right there. They're actually hopping over the stone wall now. This may open up an opportunity, but they are moving up to engage HD. That's the 15 Wisconsin moving up.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to move over to try to take some shots here at the HD that are on that rock.
On the line, guys. Independent line.
Wisconsin will engage and halt their position on the stone wall to HD. They actually moved some reinforcements off B because of that. We'll see how the CSA reacts now that they're all regrouped, trying to move out.
6AL and ANV holding down that point. Pushing down this far right side, though, is 13th Georgia. They got a nice cornfield to use to their advantage, if they so please.
They don't have their flags. They're going to remain hidden all throughout.
Ah, you're right. That's a very good observation. Over on the far left side, there is Union flanking here. Oh, they're just charging their artillery.
Have they moved up a camp?
They trying
Yeah.
to?
They have moved up a cannon.
Way. They're trying to move the cannon.
I don't know if that's a Union canyon though. I think that's
SBCSA cannon.
Yeah, Union is trying to take over. They have a case on over there. Wow.
These poor Confederate. I mean,
Okay. The Legion Français is trying to move up another cannon as well. That might be a Union cannon that they try to move up. Union actually did charge out most of that. I think, who was it? HD.
yeah. 20th GA trying to reinforce, but there's a lot of more Union here. But
They're going to inflict. This is going to be worse off for them. You cannot charge positions just for the fun of it when they have the point, because now they're going to be closer and closer to engaged here. Oh, it's a massacre. Shots going off left and right, and 20th Georgia will be sent down.
Jumbo is still jumboing, though. Oh, he just...
Oh, Jesus. Just, I don't know if they have buck and ball, but it certainly does feel like it. Whole CSA group, about 50 guys are moving through the corn as we speak. French Legion is now moving in. However, Union is prepared for them.
And Confederates go down to engage. You can hear the huzzas.
There's the engaged going on. Union shooting wildly into the corn as they know CSA is somewhere around there. They're taking shots, but so is CSA at this point. We got point blank fighting here over this road. CSA actually gets taken down heavily in numbers on that left side.
It really does
Dang.
feel like the Union is just overwhelming the Confederates on all fronts. Union shifting further right because you can see the Confederates are just trying to outflank so they can hop up and over. I like to see that from the Confederates because with that whole vaulting update, I mean, that's just
Yeah,
huge.
it definitely makes it harder, and that's why they're going through the corn. There's not really much vaulting over that little stone rocks, but getting over that fence is going to be hard, and Union claiming that position is, there's like a Union vigilante group just having a coffee break over in the distance.
That is the Union spawn for this match.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's why they're there. Maybe 13th is
my.
trying to cut them off, but wow, look at that. The Confederates are trying to do, I mean, the Union is trying to do some formation here. I don't know
Yeah,
what
you
they're
got a
trying
big,
to say.
a big L formation. If those guys from the south flank, they can make an F possibly. Represent the French Legion right there.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, they got a crap ton of guys over here. They're just kind of shooting at the Confederate artillery. But
And Union artillery may definitely try to contest that. Right now we got 13th Georgia in the corn, trying to move back to their friendlies.
But I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, I think the Confederate best assault strategy is probably just to push up through this and get on this stone wall, just so they have the most amount of cover there. 50th Wisconsin charging
Wow. 15 Wisconsin now actually about 30 feet from CSA spawn. They're possibly going to get overwhelmed here and lose a flag. This is going to possibly put the Union out of position. Down guys if CSA wins this charge, which they most likely will.
More and more LFL pushing in. LFL kind of barely alive with 20th Georgia coming in and finishing well. Something interesting I am noticing under the corner of my eye. Holy crap, these guys are far out there. Second US. that was beautiful. Wow.
Well, I mean, they're still holding strong in this L formation here. Union returning shots into the corn. CSA volley coming in. The French Legion will be on independent fire here on that stone wall. They do drop a flag.
Heck of a shot, especially when they're behind the stone wall like this.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is. I'm not sure what really the CSA could do any more different here. I mean, they have to break that formation first of all, but the way they go about it has to be very specific. Kind of have to move them constantly. You have to get, you know, regiments moving. You have to make them react to where you are, possibly put them out of position. I think CSA splitting up here is probably your best bet at breaking this formation.
I mean, yeah, it's really hard. I mean, unless the CSA gets around them, but even then, Union can just up and over to the other side. So, I mean, whoever won this early charge is going to have a heck of an advantage.
A lot of shots going into the corn. I think this is hurting CSA a lot more than they think it is. Right now, they're about a quarter, actually 3/4 of the way to taking losses here. From that engaged morale status, battle ready for the Union, almost hitting engaged.
See, second US is slowly inching their way up here. Moving from spawn, though, we do have 13th Georgia.
They're going to try to sweep these smaller companies over here. Try to get some tickets. They have indeed been spotted. CSA is actually going to form a line here. As they keep taking shots, I really don't like this. This just hurts them a lot more. Now they're charging in.
And the second US is falling back with the CSA force moving in mass, 13th Georgia, and it looks like they're just going to get away in the nick of time.
Oh yeah, all of them too. No casualties taken from the Union. More CSA losses as they're just about to hit taking losses. The L formation still holds strong. CSA has abandoned that corn though. I think that's pretty alright. There's another charge going on here.
Yeah, LFL and 20th pulled off to try to hit these guys, and it looks like they got a decent amount of them, I think.
To me, this just seems like total Union domination. I mean, CSA did have a good foothold on the point. Unfortunately, unable to get their flags up. But right now, it seems like they have dwindling. It seems like CSA doesn't have as many numbers right now on the entire map.
Union outnumbers by 3.
Yeah, you know, I just don't know where the rest of the CSA is, trying to regather their forces possibly.
I mean, I would agree. It really just feels like Union's outnumbering the Confederates by like.
Yeah, like 2. It feels like more like 2 to 1 almost. I mean,
it's
HD going through the corn now. Actually going to return shots on that snake fence to the southwest. They're actually going to push out through the corn.
Confederates are taking losses.
Puffin trying to hold the line, ran out of bullets in his pistol. Hazard still pouring in shots. They're actually going to go up and over on their side of the snake fence. Union charging in. They're going to break the formation to do this.
And it looks like they will wipe that pretty easily.
Easily taken care of. 15 Wisconsin falling back to their Union line on the stone wall, further increasing the L shape. It's just
really. I mean, this is starting to feel like trench warfare almost. The lines, Confederates are just trying to hit the Union on their edges, and then the Union is just like sending more men to the edges, so it's just ever so increasing the trench length. On this far side, we have 13th. Really taking shots at that. Who is this? 2nd U.S.
Get on the wall, load standing, independent fire. On the wall, load standing,
yeah,
independent fire.
it doesn't seem like there is a great
Standing,
amount of them.
on the wall.
Well, 2nd U.S. doesn't have a lot. 13th Georgia, if they get help from these guys, we have 20th Georgia. They could easily wipe this and start moving down this side of the wall.
20th Georgia will actually move in, possibly wipe these guys out. Half of them were reloading by the time they got there, and well, the U.S. sharpshooters will indeed pull back. Oh, but more Union are actually coming in to respond. However, they are indeed hesitant, and they pull back as well.
Yeah, 2nd Corps is pushing in at the perfect time, so once 4th New Jersey and 1st Mass start pushing this way, they have to fall back because they're going to get hit from 2 sides, and they're forming on those rocks. Shifting further left as well, 6th Alabama and 4th PA. A lot of Confederates on this left side, not so many Union.
Wait a minute, where do they have that cannon pushed up over there in the woods? This could possibly turn the tide. It might be a little, you know, too little too late, but if they do indeed have a cannon up here, you could take out the L formation and just make it an I. It's just make it a little down. We'll have to see. You get pretty good shots from that snake fence.
2nd U.S. repositioning, probably getting some respawn. 20th Georgia starting to use the snake fence here. They're taking shots at the Union on the rock. Union's getting there to engage.
Yeah, slowly and steady. 20 minutes into the game, but they're still at battle ready. It's going to be a long, hard fight here.
Oh, Union's switching it up here. They're making new lines.
All right, it looks like the Tetris brick, the squiggly Tetris brick from the famous game Tetris.
15th Wisconsin are the ones that moved up there by the flagpole. What the heck? So
CSA is indeed going to encroach into Union territory here on that snake fence. They're going to be met with a Union company. 13th Georgia will be moving head on into a Union line.
And who is this? It is 2nd U.S. They're back. Nope, that's an IVB guy. I think there's a couple IVB guys holding with
Officer.
Nice shot.
Officer calling out. Shoot them as they are bare. They will fall back after this. Guerrilla tactics being employed here. They do take down that flag. Ooh, Union charging across the open field now. Trying to get to that snake fence.
So they're trying to push across, but little do they realize. I don't know if they realize, but
well, now they surely will.
So perfectly timed charge there by the 20th to pretty much wipe this 4th New Jersey group. So that's how you push them down. Oh, 15th is pulling off into the woods.
Oh, they're going to charge this big line that is more than ready for them. 15 Wisconsin will advance from their defensive position. Their entrenched position, charging into now 2nd Corps.
I'm surprised that they are. You guys are ahead by so much. They have to push you. You have those nice stone walls. You have the point. And it really looks like 15th just got wiped.
Oh, almost immediately. The rest of 15 Wisconsin now pulling back to the fence line. The L formation is still holding strong. However, now that the other 2 companies, the sharpshooters and that other company that charged in, got wiped, their entire left flank is now exposed. However, CSA doesn't seem to be taking advantage of it. They are indeed pulling back to the stone wall.
Right, this is when you can get good shots out. They're right down the road.
You can hear the NCO there.
Oh yeah, it's going to be intense fighting right now. CSA did pull up because of the U.S. sharpshooters on that eastern flank. More U.S. piling into the road. They're actually moving out of the road, 6 LA or 6 ALK. I don't know these acronyms. There's too many acronyms. They go back immediately.
So true. You got all these new regiments that are just like, what are 3 letters that would be great together?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. CSA volley comes in, taking heavy casualties for the Union.
But I mean, Union still has control of the point. I mean, CSA has slowly, I mean, they've made gains, but they aren't close and they're about to get breaking.
And they gave up their gains. I mean, you saw they pushed on the eastern flank to that snake fence, and they have given up that snake fence, reducing any possibility of a 2-pronged attack. I mean, right now they have broken the L formation, which is good because they have, you know, made them move. But now it just opens up the possibility of more flanking. The 2nd U.S. sharpshooters will take shots at those rocks, and I mean, I hate to call it this early, but this is going to seem like a Union victory right here. Breaking now for the CSA here shortly. If this officer can clean up. Okay, never mind. He goes down. This is artillery.
No RT for you!
He actually takes one down. Another one goes down. Oh, and they will hit breaking from that.
Wow, CSA hits breaking before Union hits engaged. Well, that's something to see.
Yeah, you know, this has definitely been a one-sided game. I was going to say from start to finish, but not so much from even the start, but a little bit after. The French Legion will actually is sick and tired of this. They are pushing up to that fence line, getting an attack going to maybe get some aggressive maneuvering going, and Union hits engaged.
This is what the CSA should have been doing earlier, in my mind. But this would be a perfect time for these guys to push down, and they're slowly starting to.
Yeah, I think Union is actually faltering their position here. They're fumbling around. They still have that big Union line in the center of that field. I think now is the time for CSA to attack here. The French Legion still has most of their men on that fence right there, and they will be able to hold strongly, but not for long. Surely not for long.
You would hope. I mean, yeah, they're all falling back, but wow, if LFL stayed there, they could slowly trickle down the Union and wait for their friendlies to come. But holy crap!
It is a long wait, especially against superior Union numbers right there. I think that was a smart decision to pull back. However, now the CSA comes down that road, trying to do something here. Look, it's too little, too late still.
There's this 20th Georgia. I mean, even if CSA do somehow cap the point, they're going to lose a lot of tickets trying to do so. I do not see how the CSA is going to win this game. I'm
already quarter to breaking already. They've dug in.
I'm surprised the Union was able to take that point. I thought this was a CSA biased map. I mean, but they are only fighting over 1 point. The Union's able to concentrate its forces. 13th Georgia charging 2nd U.S. Or not really charging. Well, kind of. I can't tell.
No idea what's going on. They outnumber these U.S. sharpshooters. So the U.S. sharpshooters have got to be the MVPs of this game right here. I mean, they're just holding the line still, and now they are being charged in. They've done nothing but guerrilla tactics, and now, as they finally go down in a hail of glory and a hail of steel,
His body went flying.
we'll see how their melee mode is. That's going to be a close battle on that left side, actually. Oh, wow.
I mean, Union guys, they're just trying to get away. The fighters
they're
slowly
done.
chasing them, but yeah, it looks like A and V is pulling off here. They're gonna pull up to the stone wall with the 15th Wisconsin to hit 20th and this other CSA group that's moving to the left.
20th Georgia will have to remake their wills to their next of kin right here as they all just go down with 4 guys left. Jimbo.
How did they all survive? Ah, more CSA. HD.
Oh, HD taking the opportune time to charge. HD now going in. A&V doesn't have most of their loads. They just put him into 20th Georgia right now. But Union will win this charge, but they got taken by surprise there.
More CSA. Trying to push it behind the church. Second corps here.
This is going to be unfortunately unwinnable for CSA. As they're just trying everything they can to make some sort of offensive, but there definitely seems to be, I don't know, maybe a lack of coordination here. I don't know what I'm seeing.
I will say, I don't know if you know FuseWall, but they don't use Steam chats. This is all just in-game. So that is why you see these kind of more sporadic charges on a larger area like this.
So they do have to send maybe runners or something. I don't know if they use that.
Yeah, they do.
As they do in some of the Maryland campaigns where they don't have that. Yeah, the French Legion will get absolutely taken down on this fence line here, though.
Oh, his ragdoll was...
I don't know what that shake... I've seen it so much, and some people just wobble. Like, they do like this little jiggle when they're either reloading or standing still. It's so weird.
It is so weird. Yeah, you know, that's actually how they reloaded back in the day. They did that wiggle wiggle.
Yeah. That's they trained them that because that's how you dodge shots easier.
Oh yeah, you didn't even think of that aspect of it.
Yeah, it confuses the Union a fuck ton. Like, why is this man like just turned to jello? You know, all of a sudden.
It just hypnotizes them, makes them forget to shoot.
Yeah.
So we have some of 13th there pushing up to the center rock here.
Yeah, a lot less men than they had earlier. But still, and here's the cannon in action.
They got it.
30 minutes.
They got it. It's here. Look at that angle.
It's a pretty good angle. Maybe a little bit
Oh,
further
they're gonna
forward.
shoot. They're gonna shoot.
Oh, let's see. Well, I want to see this. Please. Take your time. It's a really hard shot. Don't worry.
I believe in you.
They're right there. You primed it. You.
No!
Oh!
No!
Oh! They got one guy.
They bounced off.
One big blood splatter in the center of their line, and that's it.
No.
Man.
They're gonna hit last stand in a moment too. No.
Too little, too late. As now 70. That's about 70 guys on the stone wall. Oh my God.
And they hit last stand. Oh.
Yeah, last stand for the
Alright.
CSA now.
You guys got plenty of more opportunity here.
This is honestly, I mean.
No, are they being charged?
Oh, come
No.
on, come on.
No.
Come on, Kevin.
No. What are you doing, Kevin?
Let him.
Kevin, let him play.
Andrew,
Let
come
him
on.
play.
Get him.
Yes.
Yes, Andrew.
Yes.
There's
Come on.
one.
Oh.
Yes. The other guy's weak.
Come on. Oh,
Come
no,
on,
he's
Larp.
one-tapped. Larp's
Oh,
running
he
away.
is.
No.
I don't know if Speedwagon is one-tapped either.
Come on.
No, Speedwagon is. It's a 1v1 now. They're both
Come on,
hit.
turn around. There's
Fight
probably
like a
something-
man and take care of that cannon. Come on, Larp. Oh, there's nothing really much going on.
No, nothing
except the white
important
flag.
going on. This is what's important.
See, this is what we're here for. I don't know where he's going. I think he might be going back to Virginia.
He's done with the
or
war.
something. He's done. He's going back to the mountains. He's living on his own.
Is Speedwagon catching up?
He's closing the gap, that's for sure. This man is pursuant. This is like a horror movie where like there's like this monster that's just like constantly and you can't get away. Like that one movie, I don't know what it's called. but like no matter what you do, just like walks towards you at a slow pace.
He is. Oh, he's using the caisson.
He's using the caisson.
Oh crap! No! Oh, what an end!
On
Story. What a way to go!
Man, that was a long-range hit too. I didn't expect that to really connect. I thought he was gonna miss.
Jeez Louise, this is kind of cool. Anyway, back to the less important stuff.
Yeah. Back to this big line battle against 100 CSA guys and 100 Union. It does seem like they charged out. Union has. Now they're pushing up north as they realize they have indeed secured the point. One total artillery shot going off in this entire battle. CSA will try to make their stand into the wood line as A&V now pushes to their position, and they know where they are. I know what that means in French. I think they mean double quick.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
Nobody's like yelling.
A&V's being smart with this. They aren't yelling or anything.
They have charged us in behind on chargé on the air. And they come the French Legion.
Does Famas know that he's being charged out in the rear?
He did call it out, but
Gotta
they're just
know.
running back to reinforcements, possibly. They're calling out, don't charge. But some of them are
They're
indeed
making
turning
their
around,
stand.
trying to buy time. They will turn around and engage.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Vive la France.
Thought you were going to that in the American Civil War.
Failing a last stand by the CSA. As the French Legion does entirely go down, taking half of A&V down with them to the grave. CSA line in their natural habitat here. Second Corps. Oh yeah. In their natural habitat, you can see them eating the corn.
Let's
as they
analyze
go
this
around.
very close. Ooh.
Some of them shot from the hip. That kind of looked really cool. Corded is actually in the midst of that.
Right face.
The corner, the man.
Right face.
Is Corded in the EU?
No,
Right
he's
Right
playing along with his regiment.
Oh, I
Hold.
see.
Second Corps.
Hold.
He's right up here.
Reload
There he is.
here.
Look at him.
Hey!
I'm just accidentally
stop.
stabbed.
I thought he was about to break out into East Coast. Hey, what are you stabbing for? Hey, take it easy. Hey, whoa.
Are there any other CSA groups?
This is the only one, and they're holding in their
And
home,
they're
their
gonna be
homeland.
Who's up front?
British? It's either British or British. Monsieur, they are indeed charging. This is Second Corps as they go down in the corn. It's going to be the entire Union line corded, absolutely demolishing. CSA actually holding off that charge.
Yeah, they might be able to win this game. You know, they can knock them down a whole couple stages.
It's going to be
here in
close.
minutes.
It's going to be close. 4th PA, the glorious 4th PA, now charging in to try and save this game from a Union loss.
I don't know, man. They got the flag. Oh, what a
It's
shot.
going to be close. They're spawning guys in. Oh, but the flag falls back.
Oh, a beautiful looking flag.
This is actually a morale boost to the CSA as they can now see the flag waving high and tied. It's actually the only guy that's going to be able to make it out of all of this. I don't know how this game isn't over, to be honest. Mace.
Really?
May, Mikko, and Mace, the three M&Ms, do take each other down.
FuseWall, your thoughts of the round?
Oh boy, thoughts. More than thoughts right now. This is, I don't want to say disappointing because, you know, CSA did try all their best. But I can't help but feel this empty feeling in my gut. Not because I'm a CSA officer, not that. But man, that was really brutal to watch. And honestly, hats off to the Union. They had complete control of that game. Complete control. And, well, They took the CSA to task there. Hats off to them.
And with that being said, we'll